what's going on, everybody? What's happening? What's shaking? What's doing? My name's Dave McRae, coming to you live from the VoiceMann Studios in Toronto, Canada. He's Tony Michael in Atlanta, Georgia. This is episode 46 of Two Dudes and Some Bullshit. Tonight, we're watching a Netflix movie, No One Gets Out Alive. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live! Live. Did I say the date? I don't think I did. It's Monday, March the 21st, 2022, 6:19 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope everybody is doing well and having a wonderful Monday. Episode 146. And we're taking a little bit of a break from our What If episodes, and we are watching tonight a Netflix movie entitled No One Gets Out Alive. So what Tony and I have decided to do is, you know what, we went to Netflix. We're like, let's look at some horror movies that both Netflix in the US and Netflix Canada, because sometimes the libraries can differ a little bit. They're generally the same, but sometimes there's a movie we have that you don't have in the States, and same thing, vice versa.
Vice versa, yep.
So, but this one we do. We both, it's on there because it's a Netflix movie. I guess that pretty much no matter where you are in the world, it will probably be there. So yes, we're watching a movie that we watched the trailer for. We thought, this looks like it might be kind of fun. Not a long movie, 87 minutes total runtime. That's probably with credits. So, kind of, in and out, quick and easy. And it's titled No One Gets Out Alive. And this is the synopsis for it. The synopsis is, desperate and without documentation, a woman from Mexico moves into a rundown Cleveland boarding house. Then the unsettling cries and eerie visions begin. That's not even a synopsis. That's more of a log line, but there you go. There it is. So interesting. Tony, how you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, no, I like we watched Texas Chainsaw and we watched Scream for the first time. And obviously there's a lot of movies that we have already watched that it's going to be very hard to do first time watches. So that's when I was like thinking maybe we got to just start branching into some unknown title shit that we haven't thought of, or, horror movies that we haven't watched, because we do seem to have a lot of fun watching these movies for the very first time. And, it's not the big names. It's not Halloween and stuff like that, but there isn't exactly, there's not too many horror movies before 2000 that Dave and I probably haven't seen already.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of, underground shit and, B stuff that, weren't the hits, but as far as the hits go and the big names, we've seen them all. And I think it's good to just, draw attention to sometimes to,
I do too.
We have no idea what we're walking into tonight. No idea. This is going to be bad or this is going to be good, but it's hanging out, watching a movie together, and it's like, but hey, dude. So this weekend, I had a lot of work, I was doing work stuff, and was watching a lot of serial killer documentaries on Netflix, getting in touch with my inner self.
Right.
And no, dude, I came across one that's part of a series, which, dude, you should totally do a movie on. It's the, cause I'm sure you've heard of this. This one was done in a two-parter, unlike the others that were one, which is the Toronto Village Killer.
The Toronto
Do you remember that
Village
story?
Killer.
It was a pretty big story.
Let me just see here.
And the guy was like, well, one, he was killing people he was luring men into
James McArthur.
His apartment building or something in Toronto.
He was murdering gay men.
Yeah.
His name's
in the apartment building, which
I'm
surprised no one caught him. He ended up murdering around 8 or 10 people, but the story behind it, and then where he buried the victims afterwards, I'm like, bro, that's a horror movie. That's a horror movie,
dude. I remember it. It's James McArthur. that was not long ago. That was just maybe 4 or 5 years ago that he was caught.
Right.
And he was charged. And
but the story and what that dude did and how he did it was just like,
yeah,
what the fuck?
Like, yeah. Man. Yeah, it says here that he's one of Canada's most prolific serial killers. And that's just not that long ago. I mean, usually when you think of prolific, you think of, going back decades, because serial killers, because technology and surveillance and DNA and, all those kinds of things are so incredible now that, serial killers, not that they aren't around, but it's not like the old days, right? Where it was easier to get away with shit. You know what I'm saying? And so, but this is not that old. Like I said, he was just caught like 5 years ago. So I do remember that, because I do remember it being all over the news.
I figured you would.
Yeah.
I mean, that's your backyard.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure. Cool. I'll have to check that out. I'll check that doc out. But you're right. I mean, Tony and I are watching. We decided to pick pick a movie for tonight that neither of us have seen. It's a Netflix movie, so whether that's good or bad, I don't know. They're usually not great, but hey, we'll see. It's a horror movie. I see a lot of people saying, hey, I haven't seen this. So it's great. Well, feel free to watch along with us if you have Netflix. Again, it's called No One Gets Out Alive. It's a 2022 Netflix movie, and watch along with us, and we'll see if this is any good. I don't know. We haven't seen it.
We haven't seen it.
9 times out of 10, the movies we watch here, we've already seen, and you guys have already seen, and we're just enjoying it together. And we'll still do that. But it's nice to change it up.
Kind of an idea of like, like when we go into watching a Texas Chainsaw movie, we kind of know what we're walking into. Same thing with Scream. We knew what we were walking into. We have no idea what we're walking. And I kind of like that. You know what I mean? I like walking into this blindly. I barely watched when we were deciding. There was another movie where we're watching trailers, and I watched that. I was feeling it, but like then I saw this. I'm like, I think I just really the tone. You know what I mean? The tone in the trailer, how the cinematography was put together. I was like, all right, let's do it.
Exactly.
Either this is gonna suck balls, or it's gonna be fantastic.
It's gonna suck, or it's gonna be great. 2 super chats right off the top. Cody Snyder sends in $2. Thanks, Cody. Says, here's to Frank and Darren for the progression of the Slaughtered Lamb Movie Podcast. Proud patron right here. Love you too, D&T. And as always, slash that thumbs up. Thank you, Cody. There are worse ways to spend money. People trust me. Thank you, Cody. Yes, congratulations to Frank and Darren of the Slaughtered Lamb. They just passed 2,000 subscribers, and they started a Patreon, and so congratulations to them. Really awesome to see the progression of their channel, and they got great content. I mean, the best and worst of that they're doing now with all sorts of movies is just bonkers. It's hilarious. It's awesome. You got to check them out. If Frank or Darren are in the chat, feel free to pop that link in there, or if anybody has it, feel free to pop it in. And then Anna M. Pops just sends in a $2.99. What's up, Anna? Nice to see you, Anna. Great to see you. Great that to know that you're still around. Rock on. Devil horns. Woo! AC/DC. Highway to Hell. Fucking love AC/DC. Anyway, so I guess we should start this movie. Now, Tony and I are paused. Again, it's on Netflix. You can watch it for free if you have a Netflix account, and which, most of us probably do. And we are paused after the Netflix logo. So, how it goes, and you see the big N come up, and then that's where we're paused. We're paused after that, so it's a black screen. So you're probably still going to get the studio logo, whoever produced this, the independent production company that's in charge. You'll still get it, but that's where we are, right after the Netflix logo. We're paused, black screen. Okay, here we go, folks.
Yep. All right.
Let me get ready here. Here we are. Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Yeah.
No one gets out alive. I can hear the ominous music already. Ooh,
good
the Imaginarium. The Imaginarium. All right, let's fucking do this. Netflix presents, baby. Can you imagine this turns out to be incredible? No, probably not.
I'll settle for enjoyable.
I will settle for, serviceable.
Yeah, enjoyable.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see here.
So we're in Mexico, 1963.
Mexico. Yeah, there we are.
Year JFK was assassinated.
That's right. November the 22nd, I believe. 23rd,
Yep.
22nd?
22nd.
22nd, yeah. I believe it was a Friday, if I'm not mistaken. I'm probably wrong on that. I don't know.
I think you're right. I actually, I think you're right on that.
I might be, actually. Remember, the log line, I'm calling it a log line because it's really only a sentence. Well, it's 2 sentences, but still. Desperate and without documentation, a woman from Mexico moves into a rundown Cleveland boarding house. Then the unsettling cries and eerie visions begin. Ooh.
Digital, but they're trying to make it look like it's 8mm, right?
Yep. Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
But not bad.
No, it's all right. It does a trick.
I would have shot with a much lower resolution camera to pull off that trick, though. That's how you can get away with it with digital. As long as you don't shoot with anything like an area or anything like, top of the line. If you shoot something like when I'm using the GH5 and then you do that 8mm conversion, it looks really good.
Yeah.
Like really good, because again, you're not shooting on like an area and trying to convert that to 8mm. That's like, not happening.
Yeah. Most of these films would be shooting on high-end gear. High-end cinematic cameras. I like the lighting. I like the way this looks.
That's what I was saying. I mean,
this looks really nice. This looks
cinematographer
good.
did a really good job setting the tone.
Yeah. You're seeing a lot of this look in certain
bluish green.
The bluish green, or it's the bluish green, almost like a turquoise almost look. Mm-hmm. Mixed in with the warm tungsten vibes of like a lamp or something like that, right?
Especially a lot now recently.
Yeah,
Halloween had a little bit of that.
A little bit of that.
Halloween Kills.
Stranger Things trailer had that.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Even Texas Chainsaw Massacre had that.
Definitely. Oh, for sure. Especially when they were in the house.
Yeah. So you're seeing, I don't know if this is I don't know why this is a color. It could be a color. Well, it could be color correcting, color timing thing as well. A style. Each.
It's a good tone. I like it.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm just thinking as like, you don't want to. There should never be a look, a standard look, because it all should come down to the creative vision of the director and the filmmaker. So now, if this was the creative visual, that's the creative vision, right?
I think they're going for like a power outage right now.
Yep. I like this.
Lights are only shining in. Yeah,
looks good. But then again, to finish what I was saying, that if people are inspired, people like certain looks, and if that's the look they like and they want to, that's fine. It's fine. But you are seeing a lot of similar. I don't want to say it's fully the color grading, but similar lighting choices in some recent horror movies. Ooh, who's that standing behind her? Ooh, that was well done.
Yeah, very subtle. If you didn't say anything, I wouldn't have noticed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I wasn't really paying attention.
Right over her shoulder.
I was paying it. Yeah, I see it now. Well, that's good. I like that subtle scare. They didn't go for now they went for the sound design jump scare.
Yeah.
But at first they weren't going for that sound design jump scare. And I was like, hey, I like that.
Yeah.
All right. So something's up with this place, apparently.
Yep. No one gets out alive.
And where is this in Cleveland? You said? It takes place in Cleveland?
Cleveland, yeah.
Cleveland. Yeah. Where Bone Thugs and Harmony are from.
That's it. But yeah, the look is, it's got a nice look to it. Colors are washed out a little bit. Guess this is the woman from Mexico without her documentation. She's not going to get over the wall. I'm building the wall.
It's a glorious wall.
It's the greatest. It's the biggest wall. The best. Only the best and the brightest can climb it. Melania. Yes. Start the movie. Cleveland. I've never been to Cleveland. Have you been to Cleveland?
No.
Nope. I've never been to Cleveland.
I've been to Ohio, but not Cleveland.
Right. WKRP in Cincinnati.
That's right.
That's the way it goes. Another super chat pop in there. Oh, yeah. Modern Scripts Productions, $5, says you both have to watch X. It's amazing. I hear it's good. I haven't seen it yet, though.
Yeah, I just didn't have a chance this weekend with work stuff, but no, I definitely want to watch that. I've heard good things about it too.
I probably won't get to the theater to see it because I'm still behind. I think I'm seeing the Batman next week finally. So
Okay,
I'm kind of behind.
You're kind of behind, just
Kind of behind,
a little bit.
just a little bit. So X is probably going to be a streaming thing for me, but you know.
Do you know who's streaming it or who would be?
Well, A24 really is the production company. Could go.
Do they
anywhere.
have their own app?
No.
They should. They really should. They've got enough fucking content.
Well, they're a production company. I don't think they're a studio. They're a production company. Independent entertainment company.
I've seen this dude before. Oh man, where have I seen this guy? The guy that's talking to the girl. I think he's in the chat room. Is he in the Ozark? Does he play Ruth's uncle? I want to say it was his uncle, and he like kind of he turned out to be gay with the FBI agent, or am I thinking of another actor? The guy that's talking to the girl in her room, showing her the room.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know where X is going to go.
It looks like him, but it might not be him.
I've seen this guy, but wasn't he in the Netflix movie Alone? There's an independent film on Netflix called Alone about a guy who's chasing a girl in the wilderness, and I think he's in Alone. He usually plays these kinds of characters.
He is the uncle. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Michael K. That's what I thought. That's Ruth's uncle, and the two boys.
Yeah.
Well, the two boys. One of them was. Have you seen the Ozark?
No, not yet.
Dude, you got to get on that. It's such a good show.
Yeah, so she's here. You can stay here. You can stay here.
Yeah, I'll have to check out Alone.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't.
It's on
seen
Netflix.
That.
Hi, sweetheart. It's Mama.
See.
So do we know? Yeah. Do we know why she's left Mexico? Just for a better life or something? Or
probably.
I didn't catch it. If it was explained.
Maybe
it hasn't been mentioned yet.
The opening obviously was in Mexico, so they brought something from Mexico over. Then there was the girl. Maybe the girl at the beginning and this girl have some type of relation. I don't know. We'll find out obviously as the movie progresses.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I'm just getting vibes that she's just came here illegally, because in the truck, she was there in the truck. And now she's staying in what looks like to be a boarding house of some sort.
Yeah, it's a boarding house. She needs a place to stay, I guess. I assume that's her mother. Maybe on the phone. I don't know. Riker H, $2. Have you ever considered Star Wars as a B movie?
No, I consider it pornography.
A B movie. In some aspects, that was the inspiration. In some aspects, it is, yeah.
Okay, that was creepy.
Did I miss something?
Someone touched her hair, and then when she turned over, it was gone.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I missed it.
Of course, that could have been in her deja vu or dream. Her daydream she was having.
I do like. I will say, I like the cinematography. It's cool. Well done. Really sets a mood.
Yeah, they're definitely going for this blue tone for sure.
But nice dark shadows, deep shadows, which is good.
You guys did a little bit of that in Billy.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, high contrast, deep shadows,
the fluorescent lighting. I like fluorescent lighting. That's what
we did. Well, we had
my gym into.
In Billy, we had four colors. They're obviously the beginning of the movie when it's all white and it's very, you get the landscape and it's cool, kind of very sort of flat. Here it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when we go inside, it's very sort of flat and normal looking. And then when we get to the dining room, obviously things are very tungsten and warm feeling. And then there's the cool blues of the nighttime when Victoria's walking through the house and the moonlight and all that kind of stuff. And then there's the red from the Christmas lights, which is in the attic.
Okay, here we go. They're the ghosts. Little Michael head tilt there I saw from one of the ghosts. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't. Are you? You're now in this like sewing factory, right?
Now you're in the factory. Okay. But yeah, there was when the camera panned up, there was two figures standing there looking down, and one of them did a little head tilt. I'm like, hey, someone's a Halloween fan.
Yeah. Because Halloween is the invention of the head tilt. I missed it because
it's the most iconic head tilt.
That's right.
I'm kind of liking this actress. I don't know who the actress is, but I like her.
Her name is Christina
Aguilera.
Radio.
Yeah,
something Rodio.
Do you know what else she's been in besides this?
Rodlo, maybe it's Rodlo. I'm not sure. She's 31. Filmography.
She looks great. Young 31. I would not have guessed that. I would have guessed her. I thought like maybe 24-ish.
There's nothing that.
She's done anything before this?
She has, but nothing of any notability or anything. She was born in Mexico. There we go.
You know, Netflix does a good job of, creating these independent films. I will give them credit on that. Definitely, they've come a long way for sure. I remember when people back when they were talking about, going straight to Netflix or even going straight to, back in the day, remember like when we were kids, going straight to VHS, that was kind of looked down upon. Now going straight to streaming, it's not like that anymore because they're definitely putting the effort into making good content.
Yeah. Well, and it's hit and miss, right? Because they produce
for sure. Absolutely.
They produce so much content. That's Netflix's game is to produce as much content as they possibly can and hope that something sticks.
Trying to play catch up with that.
And that's not the best business strategy, but they're so rich. Now they're also billions of dollars in debt. But they also make so much money so they can continue to do that. It's not sustainable in the long run. Eventually something's going to have to give somewhere. Sure. But they do. That's why there's so much content they produce. And it's inevitable that the more content you produce, whether that's movies, television shows, original sitcoms, game shows, whatever it is that's an original Netflix production, if you produce so much of that, it's inevitable that most of it's going to be, and then every now and then there's going to be that one that's like, wow, that's actually really good. Just because the focus isn't on, what A24 really decides to do. Not that you have to like A24 and not that everything A24 does is great, but what they do is they're very strategic and calculated with who they hire, who they get to do this, they're creating sort of an identity for themselves and things like that. And that's why, they're not just producing anything and everything under the sun. Whereas Netflix is all about sort of that volume and then seeing what sticks, right? And then whatever sticks, they'll run with it. This movie, I think, has got like 60% on Rotten Tomatoes though. So that's pretty good.
That's decent.
Yeah, 6 out of every 10 people, liked it, enjoyed it.
Oh, come on.
I tell you, if I had a movie where 6 out of every 10 people was like, yeah, I liked it, it was good. Everything, all right, good. Can't get too caught up in the scores because it's art, right? And everybody's going to, you always hope that most people like what you produce, but at the end of the day, you just have no control over it. So.
That's going to work now.
This is a cool shot. You see this shot here? Her walking down the hall,
and trying to
turning on the old classic fluorescent light.
This fucking camera
turning on. Sees a lock. obviously we encourage people to watch along with us if you can, obviously, especially this kind of, especially movies that you've never heard of or we've never seen before, because it's different if we're watching a movie you've seen 1,000 times. You don't have to watch along with us because you just know it off by heart. But with a movie like this, it probably helps to watch along with us. This guy just looks like I think this guy's going to die. I don't know. I don't think he's in on it, but he's got info. There's something he's got. He's got info. Wait a minute. So, oh, she's working for him? I don't know. Fuck, I'm lost. Oh, no. I get it. Okay. Count that cash, baby. Cash ain't going to be around much longer. It's true. Cash.
What, you think we're going to be like a currency
in our lifetime? For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh, yeah. So? Yeah, for sure. Everything's going to go.
The value of our dollar is just, it is just plummeting because, the logic is let's just print more money because, that's smart.
And I don't mean that from a conspiratorial angle. I know you can.
It's reality. You can't just print money and be like, here you go.
But also
it doesn't work like that.
Just the natural evolution of everything is digital, so it only makes logical sense that probably in our lifetime, yes, we will have a cashless society and everything will just be, digital. So if I were you, people out there, I would, hang on to a few bills just for nostalgia and pop them in a book or a drawer. Oh, that's cool. Did you see her?
Yeah,
the ghost? You saw that?
I like how they're doing that.
I like how they're doing that.
They're not doing like, they're not doing like boom, like a sound design. It's just very subtle, like, hey.
And you know what I like about this movie? And, is that it doesn't feel yet so far. It doesn't feel like it's trying to reinvent the wheel. It's not trying to introduce something that is, revolutionary and not that those movies don't exist and they shouldn't exist and you shouldn't try to reach for that. And maybe it's because of the position I'm in as a filmmaker as well. But, like I've often thought that there's nothing wrong with delivering a good classic scary movie, that's just a good movie. That was good. That was fun. I enjoyed it. I'm not saying that this is going to be that. We're only like, 15 minutes in, but so far, you're seeing some things. It's like, oh, that's good. I like that. That's cool. Because then it comes down to story and how you execute it and things like that. And I think it's I think there's always room for just a classic. When I say classic, I mean like traditional, something that is just, it's comfort food kind of thing where it's like, oh, that was fun.
Oh, there's the box again. Okay.
Oh, it's like hands on the box, opened it up. Now, whether this movie, as I said, is good.
Now, remember the box? We saw the box move at the beginning with the girl.
We did, yeah.
So the box obviously is something they picked up from Mexico and brought here.
Probably.
So she must be on the hunt for it. And those flashbacks, I'm guessing it's her mom.
Yeah, maybe.
Her mom was sick or something.
Maybe, yeah.
But they're developing a good character arc with this girl. 15 minutes in,
Yep. Yeah, like it's just, again.
She kind of has a Laurie Strode vibe to her, Talking about Halloween.
Laurie Strode?
A little bit. That kind of innocent, how she was originally portrayed, quiet, reserved.
A lot of women in horror movies do. They are written that way because of the vulnerability. That's why you'll see a lot of, ooh, what's that?
Except for Sydney Prescott.
Yeah.
She's just badass.
Yeah. See, like we've seen things like that before. It was good, but we've seen it before, right? There's nothing revolutionary about it. We've seen things like that. But I think when it comes to like, maybe we're more lenient on independent films because, I don't know. I guess there's this expectation maybe when it's a big sort of studio release temple kind of film, that there's this expectation to give us more than what we've seen already. And to a certain degree, I think that is true. So maybe I'm being a little lenient with some of the tropes we've seen here because, and I'm just kind of like, that was kind of fun. That was cool. Because, it's not a, it's not a tentpole film, or it's not trying to reinvent the wheel. So maybe you're a little lenient that way, and maybe we shouldn't be. But it is what it is. I just like good stories told well. That's at the end of the day, I don't need to walk out of a theater having had a profound experience. If I do, that's great. But at the end of the day, just tell me a good story, execute it well. That's good.
I have no expectations anymore. Go in with no expectations, you won't be disappointed.
That's true. Well,
right.
If you go in with no expectations and you are disappointed, then it's really bad.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's really bad. Ooh, the old hanging at the bar, having a drink, getting some exposition with a friend scene. I like it. Yeah. Riker K, $2 says, you like the 2015 Vacation film? Saw it opening night? No, not really. I didn't like that movie.
But I do love me some Christina Applegate.
Yeah. The only thing I liked about that movie was when Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo showed up, just because of the nostalgia. And they opened the garage and there's the family truckster. That's it. And that's the only... Nah. Not a fan of the movie. Russ! Right here, Dad. Oh, there you are.
Not the...
Oh, the lights are going out.
Cleanest looking alley to be walking down.
Yeah, I wouldn't be walking. I know, especially at that time at night. Yeah. Having had a few to drink. But it's good. It's good for the movie. It's good. It's a good setting for the movie. Ooh. Yeah, the cinematography is good on this. Solid. Looks good.
Someone's going to have a good career. So the butterflies obviously are a symbol for something because they keep popping up in this movie.
Yeah,
sure,
well, it could be.
Find out.
It could be. They are. There was a lot of butterflies at the beginning. Now, there's a couple of ways you can go with it. Oh, classic. Well done. You could do something
That's her
like.
Mom. Okay.
Was it her mom?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Interesting.
Butterflies obviously are symbols of life, transformation, on the positive side. On the negative side, maybe it was a butterfly that came from Mexico that wasn't naturally, came over the border and was carrying something with it or something. I don't know. Like a specific type of butterfly maybe, or even if they made it up. Generally, butterflies are used to mean like a transformation and evolution, a new, like an evolution of life, transformation, that kind of stuff.
Mm. That's creepy.
Yeah. It's a creepy place. Is that aqua and warm color? It's a good movie that we have seen, you and I, and probably most of our audience has seen, but we should watch sometime soon. Is it that 1408 with John Cusack?
Yeah. Isn't Samuel L. Jackson in that?
He is. Yeah. That's a good movie.
I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, me either. That's good though. It's a Stephen King movie that's actually a Stephen King horror movie that's actually pretty good.
One of the better ones. Yeah.
Yeah. 204. Mm. Oh, is that her mother? Oh,
I don't know.
it's another girl. Have we been introduced to these girls yet? I don't think we have.
Just the blonde.
The blonde?
Remember, she was talking to a blonde girl at one point.
Oh, yeah. But these two we haven't been introduced to yet, I don't think.
No,
Maria and Petra? Or Amber? No, she's Amber. These are Maria and Petra, I guess. I like that. I like that. I mean, obviously but I like that it's not like Jennifer, Julie, and Lisa. You know? Like
or Linda, Annie, and Lori.
Well, but just very stereotypical, you know, American. Julie, Lisa, Jennifer. Sarah. What's another one? Jen, which is just short for Jennifer anyway, but. This creepy guy. He's like, yeah, I'm going to get some. No, you're not. Go home. I should start growing a full-on Santa Claus beard. Like just full-on, like it's just huge. Like a Frank Riker beard. That's what I should do. Shout out to Frank Riker.
You should.
Totally. Oh,
I trimmed mine up because it's
starting to get
too hot.
Well, yeah, the warm weather's on its way.
Yep. Weather's starting to warm up, and I'm like, nope, time to go. I usually do that every year. I grow it out in the winter, and then I cut it back up during the spring and the summer.
Yeah, it was about 60 degrees here today. Of course, as you know, living in the Northeast or in Canada, there's always an opportunity for there to be a freak snowfall at the end of March or beginning of April, and you're like,
yep.
It doesn't stay. Like it'll last like a day or two, and then it's gone.
It's just more of a nuisance.
Yeah, it's just kind of like the last remnants of winter going, ha 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 ha, fuck you. But it's nice here now. I mean, it's, you know, you can feel spring. Well, actually, isn't today the first day of spring, or was it yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yesterday was the first day of spring.
Yep. Gave the car a nice clean.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet.
Good spring cleaning.
I still have to do that. I got to vacuum my car too. In the winter, it gets dirty, right? Because it's the winter and you're like, nah. But now the nice weather's here, I'm like, I got to get it clean, vacuum. Oh, bugs. I saw a thing of bugs there. I like that this movie so far is, you know, it's slow burn-ish, you know, moving around, discovery, creepiness, atmosphere. I like it. You know, I mean, it's not incredible. It's not palpable. It's not like, you know, but it's all right. I'm intrigued. Slowly putting the headphones on. There's some chanting going on. Sounds like a sacrifice. Good old sacrifice. Yeah.
Wonder if the butterflies have something to do with him.
Maybe. It's possible. You never know. Oh, the old faces crossed out.
Scratched out, yeah.
Yeah. Who's that? Maybe that woman in the photo is the woman you're seeing behind her a lot with the glowing eyes. Because the woman in the photo had short hair.
True.
And the older lady behind her has short hair too.
That's right.
I bet you it's her.
Maybe his mom.
Or his wife.
I don't know, because that dude the photo didn't look like
Really? You don't think
him.
so? Oh, I see.
So we're probably going to be diving into some cult stuff here. Seems like that's the vibe we're going with.
Mm-hmm. It appears that way.
There's the box again.
Yep. Arthur and Mary. Yes. There she is. She'll be gone. Yeah, I like the way they're presenting her though. Oh, that's good. I like that.
This mysterious figure.
Yeah, like it's not. She's just there.
She's there. She's not there.
Yeah, but she's not. She's watching. You know,
she's doing the Michael Myers stalking.
Yeah. But I like that. Like I think that's kind of cool. I like the color correction on scenes like this outside. Whenever films,
well, it makes sense now. The tone they're going for it's winter, so they're going for that cool temperature feel.
It is, but I like that the colors are muted, you know, and
yeah,
not washed out, but muted. And I like that because it does give sort of a. I mean, there's clearly you can, the color correction on this film is and the color timing as well is very apparent, and there's a certain style and feel that they're going for. But it was specifically the outside stuff that I like too. Yeah, very cool.
Ooh.
She's back outside. She's back outside. Did we not see her? Are you sure that was her mother standing in the alleyway? I guess it was her.
I thought it was. For a minute, I'm guessing that the woman in the hospital with the long hair is her mom.
Yes.
I don't know, but maybe the mom is protecting her, watching out for her.
Maybe. Or maybe the old lady we keep seeing with the glowing eyes, maybe she's a protector. I don't know.
That too.
A bit of misdirect, right? They're leading us to believe that she's, evil, but maybe she's not. Nothing good ever happens when you hear noises coming from a drain. Can you imagine? Well, what would you do if you heard that?
I actually hear noises coming from the drain once in a while.
Do you?
Not like that, but
I was just gonna say you hear people crying and whimpering.
No, just regular noises. Not this, this like Darth Vader crying sound.
Look at this! Look at this! Somebody's coming in. That's good. I like that. That's well done. That's cool. That's cool. Now she's got longer hair though, right? Is that longer hair? Okay.
The
woman, yeah. A simple digital effect,
I like the vanish. That was cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Well done. Again, like there's nothing, they're not reinventing the wheel. There's nothing. It's just traditional, classic sort of creepy stuff, but it works because they haven't peaked too soon. So
and it also, they're not relying. There was so far, there's really only one sound design jump scare, which I like that they're not relying on that. Mm-hmm. I like that they're relying on the scene and the atmosphere of the scene, and not trying to, hit us like Blair Witch did every 10 seconds.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And when you don't peak too soon, and
it's good storytelling. It gives it a good, this I could totally see, like you watching it with your girl, me watching it with mine, and it's a good Friday night horror movie.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's just simple, traditional. It's not trying to reinvent the genre, But although they're playing into more of the tropier things, it works on a certain level because the film hasn't peaked. So, and what I mean by that is that you don't know everything that's going on. They are, they're presenting a somewhat of a slower burn and trying to sort of create a mystery around what's going on. So that's what you're really involved in, is kind of what is this and what's going on. And then they just, throw in these little things. It's fine for a low budget independent horror movie that's not backed by a major studio. At least I don't think it was. It's
no, Netflix did this. I mean, unless you count Netflix as a major studio.
Well, they are. Netflix is absolutely they're huge. But what I mean is it's not something that came from Paramount, Universal, or whatever, and back at when just wound up on streaming, right? It's I don't even know what the budget was for this, but Netflix. Oh yeah, no, they're a major player now in the studio game.
Oh, she killed the
shit. I missed it. Doesn't give me a budget on it. I can't think any more than 5 million
tops.
Yeah, something like that maybe. Depends. I mean, we'll wait and see if there's anything real extravagant that happens here. But based on what I've seen so far, 5 million, maybe a little more.
The effects, obviously, of the ghost, definitely practical and very good. Ooh, butterfly.
Yeah,
came back to
there's
life.
a few visual effects,
Or moth.
but yeah.
Butterfly moth. I can't tell.
Oh. Okay, now that's the second time we've done the wake up from the dream thing. I don't think I would have done it again.
Unless there's a significance to it.
Unless there's a significance to it. Yeah, because we've done that already. And it's kind of like, okay, we've gone back to that. I think you could have come up with something a bit better, but, whatever. It is what it is. And again, you never know what you're in for with these kinds of movies when you don't know what it's about and you've never heard of it. And sometimes you watch it and you're like, wow, that was actually really good. And then, I watched a movie on Netflix a few months ago called Angel of Mine. I'd never heard of it. It was a terrific psychological thriller. And I was like, wow, that was actually really good. And then there's some I'm like, oh, what's this? And I watch it and I'm like, wow, that was crap. I didn't like that at all. And this so far is kind of like, it's fine. It's serviceable like we hoped it would be. That's kind of cool. A little shot at the end of the hallway there.
Yeah, like I said, if you're cuddling up with your girl on the couch on a Friday night, eating popcorn, this pretty decent flick to throw on.
Or your cat or dog.
Definitely not.
Hey man, Veda is a good movie buddy. Let me just tell you.
Xena is not. She growls and barks and gets upset at the TV.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she don't like anything that enters her domain.
Veda
she hates it.
I will sit on my couch. Oh, wait. Oh, what'd she say? Oh, I must prepare you. Or Arthur will.
I must
hurt us
prepare
both.
you. Yeah.
So who was Mary then?
Well, oh.
Okay.
That was good.
It was all right. Ooh. I like that. Ooh. Some visual effects here happening. So
it's like ghosts fighting in the house. Interesting.
That's
I've never seen that before. That is a first.
That is actually kind of cool.
So obviously one ghost seems to be trying to warn her while the other one may not.
Yeah, something like that. I knew there was going to be some sort of conflict there.
I didn't see that coming. The two ghosts.
No, I mean in terms of I didn't see that coming, but in terms of a ghost being good or, one of them maybe trying to help.
Yeah, Daisy. Actually, I just watched Adam's project. Not within the last few days,
Still gotta watch
or
it.
whatever. That was good.
Yeah. I watched Free Guy for the first time last week. I really like that.
I think HBO Max has that now.
Yeah.
I can watch that on there. Yeah.
Free Guy was great.
I'm pretty good with Ryan Reynolds. Anything that he does, I'll watch.
Yeah.
Curious to see what they're going to do with Deadpool 3 now that they're part of Satan.
Well, Yeah, the guy that directs Sean
Disney.
Levy.
Deadpool's part of Marvel, which is part of. I don't call them Disney. I call them Satan. For people who are wondering.
Well, Sean Levy, who directed Free Guy and the Adam Project, is directing Deadpool 3. So hopefully,
as long as it keeps the same tone and they don't water it
will.
down, I'll be happy.
Now, who's this? Is Mary? Oh,
I think.
Are we gonna get some more ghost conflict right here? She's crying. She doesn't even know there's somebody behind her. Don't listen to Arthur. Who's Arthur? Is he the guy with the beard? Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'd be packing up and leaving too.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
same.
I'm fucking out of here.
I'm out later.
Especially like it's not a dream. I'm just like, you know what? I'm out. Is that her friend from the bar? Beto? Whose name is Beto? Beto? B-E-T-O? Bento.
So she was obviously sent there for a reason, it seems like.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the vibe
like
that I'm getting.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Because whoever she's on the phone with is trying to convince her to stay, and she's like, I'm fucking out of here.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm fucking out of here, bro.
Yeah.
See ya.
Maybe it's I don't know who that is on the other end now. She needs money. Oh, they've never met. Ooh, just try and stay out of trouble until then. I don't know. It's this guy. Who's this guy? Oh, he was the weird guy that was walking down the hall earlier, I think.
Yeah. That was banging it. Was he
banging at the doors?
his head?
Yeah, yeah, something like that. Yeah. Like a moth to a flame. Remember that Janet Jackson song? Like a moth to a flame burns my desire or something.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's a good tune. That's the way love goes. That's going back a ways.
Good 90s tune.
I was going to say, that's like, yeah, early 90s or whatever. That's the way love goes. Totally dating her.
She looks hot in that video.
Janet Jackson?
Yeah, she was definitely, Janet was like, she was definitely coming into her own by then. I mean, I loved her going all the way back to Rhythm Nation and Control and Black Cat and her early 80s, not early 80s, meaning like when she came out in the 80s. But when 90s hit and when she did Poetic Justice with Tupac, when she released that album, she just blew the fuck up. Yeah. And she looked great. I mean, she looked, Yeah. I had that poster of her too. Everyone knows the one I'm talking about where she had her hands like this. Yeah. I had that infamous Janet poster. Oh yeah. In my DJ room. Oh,
you still do above your bed. Admit it.
No, that's
it's on the ceiling. So when you go to bed at night, you just look up at Janet.
It's right there. Janet. No, I do wish I should get a reprint of that because that was a good poster. I could put her right over there. Right.
I remember that
poster. Madonna.
I remember that poster.
Yeah, the only ones that made it were the Madonna posters that I have. Aaliyah. Not Aaliyah. Belinda Carlisle. That was pretty much. Oh, and the Christina Aguilera one that goes back to my radio days, but that's about it. Most of my music shit that I had got tossed. Oh, my Motley Crue poster.
Oh, now this is kind of cool. She's on the subway here with the lights going on and off again. That's cool. Again, nothing we necessarily haven't seen before, but it's, when it's done well, it's done well. This is done well. Now that's her mother, right?
That's who I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're right. But you think she'd be like, Mom? Oh, there's somebody else. It's the box. There's the box. Music's playing.
Something's breathing.
Something's coming out of the box. Another dream wake up thing. That's the third time they've done this.
Tapping into some Nightmare on Elm Street, are we?
Well, it's just that's the third time they've done this, and I'm kind of like I'm not somebody that I do believe if it's done really well and it's smart, you can have the fake out. You can have the, the like this or whatever, right? You wake up and it's a dream within a dream, or it's not a dream, whatever. I think I'm okay with that. But if you do it 3 times in the same movie, I don't know, man. It's kind of like, just think, no, like do it once. It's fine. You don't need to do it 3 times. Because that was a cool scene.
Are you trying to say once,
twice, 3 times,
3 times
a
lady?
Jim's Diner. Oh, that diner actually looks, I can't say too much at the moment, but it's kind of what I picture. Sort of. Similar. Oh. So is this Bento? No. This is the landlord or whoever he is. Who the fuck is this guy again? He's the guy in the house. I don't know. There's something about this guy. I don't know. I still think he's going to die. He should die. Dave, what was that? I don't know. Just doing it because. I used to do that in high school. When I was in high school, I'd sit in class and I would just go, nah! Then I'd act like it wasn't me. And the teacher would be like, who was that? I'd be like, I don't know. It's fucking somebody around here. Shut up. I'm trying to fucking learn. Well, what happened to Tony? Tony left. Uh-oh. Tony left, folks. He should be able to come back. That's weird. Well, hopefully Tony will come back soon. That's what happens. Tony, there's going to be 2 of me for a while. I don't know what happened. Maybe the power went out at his place. So I'm going to actually pause the movie right now until we get Tony back. Folks, I am paused at 39 minutes and 12 seconds. 39 minutes and 12 seconds is where I'm paused. And we're just going to wait and see what happens to Tony here. Hopefully, he will come back. I don't know what is going on. Oh, wait, there he is. He's back. Tony, you there?
We lost power.
You lost power. Whoa, you're back. I paused the movie.
So did I. Paused it right where they're sitting there. They're talking in the diner.
Okay, let me, I'm at 39:12. Where are you?
40:11.
40:11. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I think I kept it going. I didn't realize like we had gotten disconnected.
Right. That's okay. Okay, 40:11. I'm there too. Okay, ready?
All right. Yeah. Hang on here. Yep.
1, 2,
right. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. We're there. Once, twice, 3 times a lady.
That happened once before. Remember when the Transformer blew up? Well, you heard that.
That was crazy. It was like, what episode was that? I can't remember.
I don't remember, but I think everybody, even in the chat room, heard that explosion.
It was like, and Tony was like, no, you weren't electrocuted, but.
Is that her Bento? Or
I don't think so, because she had already met him. And didn't the guy on the phone say we haven't even met yet?
True.
And she had met him earlier in the movie, so I don't think so. I don't know who this Bento is. Or Beto. Fuck. I don't know. Riker H says Friday the 13th episode. Are you holy shit. If you're right, Riker, you must be one of our diehard fans. I couldn't fucking tell you what we did last week.
True.
Holy shit. I think it's awesome. I do. Look, I sincerely mean this. You know, I've had people, I know Tony has as well, that have reached out to us over the years and saying that, you know, I just want to say that, you know, we love your show, or I love your show. And, you know, I'm a long haul truck driver, or I work nights, or, you know, whatever it is. And I listen to you guys all the time, and I go through all the, you know, your shows, and it really helps, or you help bring, you know, a smile to my face, or whatever the case is. And it really does mean a lot. You know, it does. You know, you don't know the effect you're having on people until they reach out to you to let you know. And so that's really awesome. But if you're right, you're right. But I couldn't tell you. You must catalog these things. I don't know.
There are very few things that I remember that we've done on this show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Literally very, very, once we finish, I'm checked out once,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I go on and do my job stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's like that with anything. It's a lot of, fans or viewers of a particular thing they like will always know more about it more often than not, I should say, know more about it than even those involved with it. Because they stay with it emotionally and psychologically more than the people who made it do. So that's really all it is.
That's why I don't ever want to be popular or famous, because the day I become popular and famous, the very next day I'll be canceled for all the shit that I've said that people will remember. Yeah.
So
it's true though.
So this guy is, I think I was going to help you. Oh, I hope you know that part was true. Ooh, let me turn this up a little bit. Let's see what's happening here. So the audience can hear this a little bit.
Becker. He needs you.
Fuck you. So is he the bad guy?
I don't know.
Let me make this as easy as I can for you.
Uh-oh.
You got a drink.
Uh-oh. That's not a good.
Oh, nice.
Beck, I got this. Quiet.
Oh, that's Beck.
Shut the fuck up.
Ooh.
Is he good or bad?
I don't know. I thought he was coming in to save her, but what the hell is he doing? Is he like, is that holy water he's got? I think it might be holy water. He's coughing away on her. Oh, COVID.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. Oh, oh. Oh, ow. Ow. What is that? What is that? Blood?
I don't know.
Fuck, what is that? She drinks. I bet you it's it's either blood or some sort of like, you know, something that you would drink because it's part of like the sacrifice, the ceremony. She has to drink it in order, like she's going to probably end up being some sort of sacrifice. Maybe not. I'm probably thinking way too much about this. I have no idea.
I think so, but hey, who knows?
Whatever. Maybe she does a jig on the bed and, oh, wait. What the fuck did she drink?
I have no clue.
What, his urine or something? I don't know. Riker H sends in $2, says episode 34, Dream Warriors, Tony's power went out. I don't think it was that far back. There's been a couple of times where both of our powers have gone out in certain episodes. I don't think it was that far back, was the Transformer one.
Yeah.
34? I think it was more around maybe like 70, 80, somewhere in there. But you could be right. Whew. So they've all drank this? I've never seen these other two actors either.
No, definitely. The only one that I recognize is the dude from Ozark, and that's it.
Yeah, but I like
definitely fresh faces. Yeah, fresh faces are good, and their acting is.
Yep, it's fine.
It's good. No complaint.
Nope. Ooh, the age-old question: what have you seen? I keep dreaming about home. Ooh, my son is there.
Something's different. I like him like this. I can't leave him.
I can't leave him.
Why do I do it then, Tony? Because I fucking feel like it. How about that? I don't know how to answer that question.
What? What's going on in the chat?
Why do I do it? I don't know. Why do I do it? Because I feel like doing it?
Why do you do what?
Why do I do anything?
I don't know.
Why do you do anything?
Why do you do what? Who fucking cares? I don't know.
Why do I breathe? I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I have no idea.
So they're talking about this, the woman, I think. The basement, and they couldn't get into the basement.
Now the girls
before.
here, they don't sound Hispanic. They sound like they're like from Romania or something.
Yeah, no. They're like it's a European accent of some kind, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't think they've been in the basement yet, because wasn't the basement that door that she couldn't get into that had like the claw marks on it? I think. Yeah, see, it's got the padlock on it. That's right. Ooh, it's open. Oh, now is this another fucking dream? This better not be another, or vision. Maybe it's not a dream. Maybe it's a vision. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, Colin, I remember that episode. That was the Unfriend with Laura Barnes, and I kept glitching during that episode.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
I do remember.
That was good.
I do remember that.
Yeah, we've got some good episodes. Some, you do 146 of these. Some episodes are good. Some episodes are,
Yeah.
The big 150's coming up in a few weeks.
Yeah.
That's where we give away a new car. No,
I'm going to sleep through that one.
Mm-hmm.
But, yep. I'm just going to be like.
Yeah. We're going to watch a movie nobody wants to watch. We'll just have like 3 people watching us.
Talk so much shit.
Yeah. We deliberately just choose something nobody cares about. We're going to watch Brokeback Mountain, ladies and gentlemen, followed by The Notebook. I actually don't mind The Notebook. Actually, Brokeback Mountain's actually pretty good too. Gem and the Holograms.
I haven't seen Brokeback Mountain. I've seen The Notebook.
Yeah, Notebook's good.
My ex
followed by Cats.
With that movie. Like she was really obsessed with that movie.
Yeah. Oh,
okay,
whoa.
Bunch of people in the room now. What's going on here? So are they like protecting?
Now, okay, hang on. The girl that we saw at the beginning of the movie, she was there. She was standing there.
And now they're not.
But she was standing there amongst those other people. And I think they were all women. I don't remember seeing any men there.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, like again, it's maybe the rooming house used to be like a. Oh, wait,
that definitely is her mom.
That's her mom. I knew it. Another vision thing again. That's the 4th time they've done this in this movie. Oh fuck! Shit's happening. Shit's fucking hitting the fan here. Let's turn this up. Oh! She got slammed, like WWE style.
So I'm getting the vibe.
Somebody's at the door.
That these ghosts were there to help.
Yeah, maybe. See, and I think I said that earlier in the movie, that maybe there is that kind of an angle to it, a misdirect. She's trying to get up. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they've. Oh fuck. I literally thought that was fucking Sam Neill for a minute. That's not Sam Neill. No, it's not. I thought it was. Sam Neill. That would have been awesome. Oh, that's Beto or Beto.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, she just hollered to him. Don't you think he kind of resembles Sam Neill a bit, at least in that light? Just a little bit. I don't know. Oh shit, he's gonna kill him. Oh, no. Oh! Now, who is this guy? A family friend? Is Bento like Spanish or something? I don't know. See, that's all I know.
Cody, nowhere.
Oh, no, he's going to die. He's going to die. Yeah! Ah! Fuck.
That's not good.
Ooh. That's Becker kicking his ass, isn't it? Yeah, that's Becker. Oh, his tooth. I like that. I like that. Oh, I like this soundtrack here too. Is good.
There's a little bit of a 80s.
Yeah, a little bit of an 80s synth kind of vibe to it.
Yeah.
I like that his one tooth rolled under the door. That was good. I like that. That was actually kind of creepy. Fuck. So yeah, he just said prepare her. So obviously, yeah, the ghosts are
Helping.
Yeah, they're
trying
there
to warn her.
trying to warn her, trying to protect her. That's a cool kind of thing. That's a bit of a, I like that. I like that. Yeah. No one gets out alive. I wonder if it's going to end on like literally they all die. And then the cycle just starts again. It's possible. What are you going to do to us? Trying to help my brother. Is Becker his brother? Fuck what I found. It's great stuff. What's he? Oh yeah, so he's putting like mud on her or something. I think it's mud or yeah, something like that. It's just like she's at a spa. Yeah, I like this actress too. She's good. It's crazy. It's crazy. Thomas Cone, that blue light makes everyone look like Sam Neill.
True.
Yeah, the guy, Bento or whatever his name was.
Whatever his name is, yeah.
When he opened the door, I was like, is that Sam Neill? Kind of looked like him a bit. It wasn't, though. But it's just a little bit, a little hint of Sam Neill there. It could have been Sam Neill's stunt double. So I was right. Yeah, they're all women. The sacrifices. I'm pretty sure, like all those people we saw standing there. Do 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 do. Happy Sanjo, $10. For anyone who cares, I highly recommend the show The Tourist on HBO Max, a twist and turn psych thriller about an American who gets amnesia in the middle of Australia. Sounds interesting. Sounds interesting. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm sorry, chica. Uh-oh. Oh, no. This guy pants a lot.
My dude's got some veins coming out his head.
Does. You're like real tight veins there. Ooh, he cracked his knuckles with just one hand. Oh, no. Do you know how epic it would be if this girl dies? And it's the other two? Because we're emotionally attached to her, it's the other two that have to escape?
Oh, yeah,
That'd be a weird twist. That'd be crazy. Oh, see, now we're going into the basement. I like that. Do you like that? That was cool.
Yeah, I do.
I like that. Like they're watching, right? Almost like they're under a spell. I wonder if at the end of the movie, something's going to happen where they release them. You know, like they're able to maybe like break the spell, or I'm not saying they're under a spell. I'm just saying I could totally see, because they look evil, right? So there's an evil, demonic, scary look to them. And I wonder if whatever happens here at the end of the movie, if anything does, it will...
It's explained.
Yeah, it will break that, and we'll see them like not look like that anymore. I don't know. It's kind of cool. I like things like that when it's done well, it's done right. Again, not reinventing the wheel, not, trying to reinvent the genre, just, simple, classic ghost story. It's all right. Like, so far, I think the movie's all right. Like, I don't think it's bad or anything. I think it's kind of cool. It's not something that's going to make, tons of money at the box office or, win any awards or anything, but it's kept my attention anyway. I mean, who knows? There might be a movie in the very near future that Tony and I haven't seen that we decide to watch, and we're so bored through it, we actually turn it off halfway through live on the show. I mean,
that definitely can happen.
That might happen. This isn't it, though. This is all right. So, yeah. So I said earlier that she was likely to become the sacrifice. She is.
I did that. I finally, because everyone kept saying to watch it. I watched about 20 minutes of Annihilation, and I got bored and turned it off.
Really? Oh, I love Annihilation.
I wasn't feeling it.
Oh.
This wasn't my movie.
I think it's a great movie.
Well, there's just some movies that don't hit with me, and that was just,
that
was just one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was great, but there you go. Well, I guess
yes, a lot of people liked it.
Yeah,
I'm not,
for sure.
I mean, I'm not like dissing the movie. It's just
no, it's just different strokes for different folks, right?
I mean, shit.
Well, now let's do what the internet does. No, Tony, you have to like it. It's a good movie.
Right? You have to like everything.
You're dumb. You don't get
it. I know, right?
Now we can't talk for at least 3 years, and then we'll make up. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go.
But I was right here. She was going to become the sacrifice. Not that that's any big thing. It's a pretty easy guess once you realize kind of what's happening. But she's a sacrifice. She's lying on a slab of concrete right now, tied to it. Clearly, there's some sort of ritual thing that's going to happen here. She got blood on her face, which is almost like the mark of the beast. And there's the box. There's the box. So a creature is going to come out of that box and come to kill her. That's what I think is what is leading here. There's a creature that's going to come out of this box. You can hear it. Ooh. You hear that, viewers? You hear that, audience?
Butterflies or moths or whatever.
Yeah, moths or butterflies.
Getting into some Silence of the Lambs territory here.
I like this shot. The shot coming...
So do I. Coming out of the box.
Coming out of the box, moving towards the end. I like that. That nice little kind of push in. That's nice. That's nice. What is coming out of there? And see, what's great about this is that we haven't seen it yet. We don't know. Like, we know there's something that's going to come out of there, but we have no idea what it is exactly. Like, what is it? Oh, he's alive!
He's alive!
Oh my God, it's Bento! Bento's alive! Holy shit.
Did not see that twist coming.
Wow, what a twist! You think, that tops Luke, I'm your father.
Take it easy, Dave.
I'm just saying, you think Luke, I am your father? No, it is Bento or Beto or whatever his name is. In No One Gets Out Alive, the greatest twist in the history of motion pictures, ladies and gentlemen.
Now that you're
now they're trying to find the other two girls.
Saying the title, maybe nobody does get out alive.
Maybe nobody does. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. But you see, that scene was actually cool with the creature on the verge of coming out of the box because we have no idea what the creature looks like, right? We still don't know. It's been alluded to, all that kind of stuff. Okay, wait a minute. They went into her room here.
That's her mom.
Ooh, okay, so is she having another vision? Oh, wait a minute. Look at we're coming out of the box to see this, right? We're moving through the box to see this vision here. I like that. So it's almost like she is currently in the box seeing this. That's cool.
B. James, I fell asleep during Ex Machina.
Oh, I love Ex Machina. I thought that was a good movie too.
I fell asleep. I didn't finish watching it. Not that it was bad. I just fell asleep.
Yeah. I always like when if your first language is not English, I do appreciate when in movies they do have them speak their native language when they're speaking to each other.
I think that's what I'm liking about this, that, you know,
because that's what you would do.
Right. You're getting natural dialect from, you know, them, which I'm assuming is, you know, some form of Mexican Spanish.
Yeah, it's Spanish for sure.
You know, and then the girls that were from Romania.
She's
that was
still
cool.
Look, she's still on the slab.
So
maybe that
what's
was
his name?
Maybe he wasn't alive. Maybe not. Fuck, man. This is kind of trippy. This is getting intense all of a sudden. So maybe he wasn't alive. Maybe it was just what she was imagining. She's yeah, I got to go back because sometimes when you're doing the show and you're watching the movie, you miss little things, but it's still fun. It's still fun. I'll take a look at it afterwards and see if there's anything I missed. There's a few things I know I've missed that would make this make a little more sense, but still, I get sort of the gist, and it's really cool. Now, what is this coming out? Ooh.
I don't know. We haven't seen it yet till now.
We haven't seen it. We're seeing hands, visual effects coming out here. This is where the money went. Yeah, it's in her. Ooh. Wait a minute. So, ooh. Maybe she's not on the slab. Oh, fuck, I don't even know where she is now. Is she on the slab of concrete? Is she not on the slab of concrete? I don't know. I think she is. Oh.
All right, well,
see, it's a metamorphosis though, right? You know, you're seeing that transition, you know, that it's like what we're seeing here is like the transition of this creature, this metamorphosis, this evolution, this coming out of the box. It's like a birth, right? It's like a birth, you know, on a symbolic level. It's like a birth. Look at this. Kind of creepy.
All right. So now we're into sci-fi for sure.
Yep.
Little Stranger Things vibe with this monster. Like
I love how the arms are like the legs.
Right. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. This is interesting. Interesting design. Oh, is it her mother? No, a mother figure. Ooh.
Well then.
That'd be creepy to wake up to. I don't know if anybody in the chat room is watching along with us, but this is kind of creepy. Oh!
Fucking pollen, man. God damn it. I hate this time of year down here. We get such bad pollen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I can't even fucking wear my contacts all day long. My eyes will start fucking itching.
Yeah.
And I'm constantly sneezing.
Yeah. Okay. What? She's trying to break free. So she's trying to break free. Oh! She's going to, she's suffocating her mother here. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Interesting.
Confused. Why did the monster go back in the box?
Well,
did she face her demons?
That's a good way of looking at it. The
guilt of her mother dying, she blamed herself. I don't know.
There was like a little like skeleton, almost fetus in there.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's like crazy. You know what? I like the soundtrack to this movie. not over. You can tell it's not over.
Close, probably about another 10 minutes.
Yeah. Ooh, you hear that screaming?
Yeah.
Yeah, the soundtrack to this movie is good. I like the soundscape. I like the design. Yeah, it's Petra that's screaming. Fuck. She's gonna fucking kill this guy. Look at the veins in his head. Oh. Oh. Yeah, so he is still dead. Is that a fucking blade she's got?
Looks like it.
That looks intense. Oh! Oh! Oh, I thought she was going to cut off his head. That would have been amazing. Oh.
Should have went for the head.
Should have gone for the head. You got to have, is that Petra? No, that. Oh! 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 Fall, man! Oh, man! Oh, shit! Oh, my God! Oh! Oh! Oh my God! No one's getting out alive, folks! Some woman, I think that was Mary or Petra, just like went over the railing and fell what looked like 5 stories to her death. Ooh. Ooh, it's getting gory now. Like they just took it up. Like things are just all at once. Things are happening all at once.
Go for the head.
Oh, yes, do it some more. This is like die. Oh, you wanted some gore. Here's your gore right there. Jesus. Holy shit.
That girl just went Jose Canseco on him.
Oh my God. Holy shit. That was intense. Wait a minute, but what about the other guy?
And there's another girl too, I think. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's very dead.
Well, I think it was Mary. It was either Mary or Petra that went over the railing and fell 5 stories. It looked like 5 stories. Yeah, Beto's dead. Okay, yeah, 3 stories. Fuck.
Is he alive?
Bento? Beto's alive? He could be alive.
No, that dude.
Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah.
Get
He's
the
alive.
bat or the whatever the hell that thing was, girl.
Yeah.
Oh, she's flipping the table.
Flipping the table is going to sacrifice you, bitch. Interesting. Yeah, it's like a giant moth or a giant caterpillar.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Okay. Good payoff at the ending.
Yeah. Oh, a couple of butterflies come out. I think it's time to go back to Mexico. America's not turning out to be fun. Oh, look at the job they did on her. Have they done so? I don't know. It's hard to see there. I thought they did some prosthetics on her ankle for a minute. Yeah, it's like a giant space alien moth. Do you know what I mean?
No.
It's like something like that. Oh, he's still alive.
No, he's dead. That's his ghost.
Oh, that's right. The fuck? Of course he's dead. We just saw him on the table. Oh, they did do some prosthetic. Nicely done. That looks good. That looks like fucking hurt. That's right. And the ghosts will stay there. Ooh,
What the hell?
It healed her. It healed her. It's allowing her to leave, I think.
No, she's got the power now.
She's got the power of Grayskull.
So, I think so.
She-Ra, She-Ra. Dun, 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 dun.
She was about to leave, and now she's like, you know what? I like this a lot.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to stick around and... Excuse me. She was just on the cusp of leaving. No, she ain't going anywhere, bitch.
Nope. Sequel.
Sequel. Cut to black. Cut it. Cut it. There's going to be somebody behind her. And then it will cut to black. Oh, no, maybe not. I was wrong. They're just showing the box now. They've cut to the box. Yeah, you should end the movie here, going into the box. There might be I could see them doing like a face that comes onto the screen. Now, cut to black. Roll credits. Roll them. Roll them. That's a good spot.
Yeah.
Roll it. There you go. Directed by Santiago something or other.
Something, I can't pronounce that.
Well, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
You know what? That was all right. That was all right. I don't know if you guys, I don't know who watched with us in the chat room, but what did you guys think of it? If you're watching after the fact and you have seen this movie, comment below in the comment section and let Tony and I know what you thought of the movie. You know, sometimes, again, it was a horror movie that it's not the best horror movie I've ever seen in my life. It didn't, as I've been saying all throughout the show, it didn't reinvent the genre, it didn't reinvent the wheel. There were a few things that were kind of, your standard kind of scares, but it was all right. I liked that the ghosts were not bad necessarily. Do you know what I mean? They were all there to sort of warn her. And I like that misdirect a bit. And I like the way that they presented the ghosts, right? As it was just kind of, they were there in the background with the eyes. And I like that. It was, dare I say, classy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And,
it didn't go down the traditional haunted, ghost story that we've seen a million times over. This was creative, different,
right.
Which, we're always bitching about that. Hollywood doesn't create new shit.
Yeah.
Well, here you go. This was, it, like you said, it didn't reinvent the genre, but it also told it from a different perspective that we haven't quite seen before.
Yeah, not common anyway. Michael,
they overkilled on the dream sequences a little bit, but as the movie reveals itself at the end there, I understand why they did.
Yeah, it makes sense sort of towards the end. It wasn't that she was just going to bed at night and having a dream and then waking up. You know what I mean? They did weave it into sort of the plot and of why she was having these more visions, really, I think, at the end of the day than dreams necessarily. So it makes sense, because there were a couple times there where I'm like, geez, we're up to 4 now. But it makes sense. I get it. Michael K in the chat says, I just watched it with you guys and I think it was a fun, it was a fun time to watch. It was a fun one-time watch. I get you.
Good one-hit wonder.
Yeah, I get you. It's not one that you would watch over and over and over again. But sometimes movies don't need to be. Not every Look, if a movie is really good and you want to watch it again and again and again, that's always great. But movies don't need to be, right? You know what I mean?
But I do think it's worth giving it some attention, and that hopefully. I don't know how many people are going to end up watching this stream, but
probably not.
No, I know.
We're not talking Halloween.
I know, right? We're not talking Halloween. But, hopefully, word of mouth is always a good thing. So, those people who watch it tonight with us, talk about it with their friends, like, yeah, it's, pretty decent, movie that we watched on Netflix, word of mouth. And, I like giving movies like this some attention because, they don't have the marketing.
That's right.
I mean, they're not going to be able to, it's doing shit like this to help. Right. Give it some attention. And thankfully we didn't shut it off, halfway through or 10 minutes in. The movie keeps you, and I agree with that comment. I don't think it's something that I would have watched, over and over and over again. But if, like I said, if you're sitting on the couch with your girl on a Friday night and you're flipping through Netflix, like, let's pop this on. At the end, I'd be like, that was decent. That's it.
And Anna M. Pops is right. She says now she is trapped and she has to make sacrifices to live. It's true.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What I mean? Makes sense. It's true. Yep. And that's kind of cool. So it just kind of recycles, repeats itself in many ways. I thought it was all right. I've seen a lot worse. I'll tell you that.
That's for sure.
So let's go over the chat and see what you guys and gals are saying. Now, I believe because there weren't too many that came in, I was able to answer all the super chats that came in. So I think I've got all the super chats. Let me just double check.
And Cody, I didn't mean to be dismissive with your question because I was really watching the movie. I'm more focused in on shooting here in the States, shooting small towns like in Georgia, Oklahoma, anywhere in the Midwest or in the South, Tennessee, Florida. I don't really have a desire to go to Europe. First of all, I'm not a fan of flying. I hate flying. Not really my thing. And it's not even my thing that I would want to photograph. The stuff that I share on my Instagram, the small town vibe, country, like that's what inspires me to pick up the camera and want to shoot something. Not that Europe isn't a gorgeous country. It totally fucking is. And I love seeing some of the photos. Well, now with Instagram and everybody being able to have a camera nowadays, you basically see the same photos of Norway and Iceland and all those places over and over and over again with like the one person with the raincoat or in the foreground looking up at the sky or looking down or looking this way or whatever they're doing. You know what I'm talking about? We've seen that. We've seen those photos like 500 times a day. And the landscapes are gorgeous. It's just, it's not my kind of photography. I would be like, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be that. Like when I go out to the small towns that you guys have never even heard of before that are in Georgia, that's the kind of shit that I like.
I get you. No, I get you. Let's see here. What do we got? Colin Murdy says, D&T, please watch The Dark and the Wicked, The Lodge and the Vigil.
What? The Dark Knight?
If you like mood and atmosphere, I can safely say you will love those three titles. The Dark and the Wicked, The Lodge and the Vigil. I know the movies you're talking about, but I've not seen them. So they're on the list. I mean, not necessarily to watch here, but I'd like to watch them separately as well.
Sure. I think when it comes to like a lot of the new movies that we haven't seen before, I think Netflix is going to be our safe play because you guys will have access to it as most of you will have access to it. So I think when it comes to picking movies like that, and first time watches, which I do enjoy doing with Dave, it's fun to hang out and just, see something it's just Netflix is, the safe play. Hulu, the only thing with Hulu is like they run commercials and
I don't get Hulu here in Canada. So
there you go.
Yeah, that's it. So have you had a chance to check out The Ritual yet?
Not yet.
Okay. That's good. I think it's on Netflix still. Let me see. Thomas Cohn said, Dave said Halloween. Now you just open the door to speak about it. Oh, what is there to talk about that hasn't already been there? There's nothing to talk about. What is there to talk about?
Dave, what do you think about Jamie Lee Curtis's hair color?
I think it's fine. There you go.
What's it going to do to the character? What does it mean? Is Michael getting a new mask?
If somebody sends in $10,000,
$5,000. So Dave and I can split it, and then I can finish off my home gym.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So $10,000, we'll split it $5,000 each.
No, I just meant $5,000 so that we can split it to $2,500.
Well, why not get $5,000 each?
My home gym is complete.
Well, hey, listen, man, shoot for the stars. $10,000, and we'll get $5,000 each. And we'll talk Halloween. There you go.
Every time from now on.
Every time. Can you imagine that's the
deal.
price? That's the price.
10,000.
I don't even think you can send in anything above $500. I think that's the limit in a super chat,
but
I think.
10 people can send in 1,000.
That's true.
20
That is
people can
very
send
true.
in 500.
That is true. That is true.
you know.
Hey, man. Hey, man. The good things ain't free, baby. They ain't free, motherfucker. Just kidding, folks. Just kidding. Relax. You know, there's somebody out there that's going, can you believe Tony and Dave want 10,000? Like,
I know, right? You're gonna there's gonna be
There's
a
always
video
one.
about it tomorrow.
There's always
about
one.
it.
There's always one. There's always somebody.
Dave McRae doesn't appreciate his followers.
There's always somebody.
He's asking them for $10,000.
$10,000. Can you imagine? My cat plays games. Says you could talk about how evil dies tonight. No, I can't. It's done. Evil is already dead. Yeah. Colin says the ritual is superb. I really liked it. Thought it was great. Really, really, really good.
I think I'm gonna watch that tonight because I'm gonna finish up. I had a late afternoon shoot today, and I got through most of the photos. And I gotta finish the order, and I think I don't have anything scheduled tomorrow, but I'm booked out Wednesday through the weekend, so maybe I'll watch that tonight.
Yeah, it's the kind of movie, like it's about these, there's 5 guys in the beginning, and I think it takes place, it's a British film, if I'm not mistaken, and it takes place over in Sweden, I think is the location. But anyway, it's essentially about these guys that want to go on this trip. There's this one guy that ends up passing away. I won't tell you how that plays into it. The other 4 guys end up still going. I think it's 4. And they're on this backpacking trip, and they end up going through the woods thinking it's a shortcut to a destination, and it ends up being anything but. And it's just the way it's executed. And like I told you a couple of weeks ago, when the movie was done, I sat there on my couch and I was, I was jealous, not in a literally jealous way. I was more in like that jealousy inspired kind of way, because I sat there and I thought, fuck, there really wasn't like if I was handed the same script, there wasn't a creative choice that the director made that I wouldn't have done myself. I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that I'm this amazing, the movie would have come out. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the creative decisions that the director made are the same creative, like I agreed with it. I agreed with everything they made, and the tone and the execution and the style and where he placed the camera and the movement and the, everything. And then of course, what ended up happening, what the thing that is sort of after them, or what's there, and how that was executed, how it was the nuance of it and the subtlety of it, the presentation, the slow burn of the whole thing. I watched the movie. I'm just like, this is a really good movie. It's a really good movie. Now, I don't know if you're going to like it, because then again, I also said Annihilation was a really good movie, and Tony didn't really, like that movie. So
I shut it off in 20 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
But again, like you said, everyone has, different tastes.
Different tastes. So hopefully you'll like it. Because I thought it was
I know.
good.
I fully expect, because I know a lot of people like Annihilation. I fully expect to get some shit about that.
Yeah.
Section.
Well, no. I mean, The Ritual. Hopefully you'll end up liking.
Oh no, yeah, no, I know, but I'm just saying, because I said I didn't like Annihilation.
Oh yeah, but who cares?
I fully expect the comment.
Of course,
I totally expected it.
Dark Light sends in $5. Says, I saw the work print of Halloween Resurrection, and the original ending has a Gangsta Busta Rhymes song. Credits roll. Somehow that doesn't surprise me.
Halloween Resurrection, teetering on may not be the worst Halloween movie ever. Who knows? Come October, that could change.
Well, you never know. Halloween Erection. I think that's what it should end up becoming.
I am going to hold up my end of the bargain, though. If Halloween Ends turns out to what I hope it doesn't turn out, but what I have a feeling it's going to turn out.
That's funny.
I will buy Resurrection on VHS, because I refuse to own the worst
the worst one. Well, you may have to buy it. WLJJ Movie Review says, I love you guys, man. Borax credit circular name by using the voice on YouTube by my voice says 2 dudes and bunch of gastros. That's YouTube for you. I think you're using is it like a Siri kind of thing? Is that what you're talking about? I'm not familiar with what you're talking about, but I think I understand what you're saying. And that's really funny.
Interesting.
J Beach 12078.
Are we going to have a meetup we're gonna do a meetup? I didn't know we were gonna do a meetup.
I don't think we're doing a meetup.
What's TSL? What does that mean? Slaughtered lamb?
A slaughtered lamb, I guess. It depends on I don't know. Yeah.
Well, you do the convention. I don't do that. I don't do.
Oh, I don't do conventions. I don't get invited to conventions.
Well, no, I mean, but you go to conventions like you.
Well, no, I've been to 2 conventions in my life. I've been to Fan Expo here in Toronto. I've been a couple of times, but as a patron, as a just a regular person. And then I've been to the 40th anniversary convention for Halloween.
Oh, I thought you did it. Like, I thought you went to these things like regular. I thought it was like your thing. Like, not that I'm knocking it. Like,
no.
I don't like, I've said this plenty of time. I'm a big time introvert. I don't like being in public places. I don't like being around people. That's just my personality.
Yeah.
I could not handle that. I would just be very out of my element. So, but I thought you go to these cons or whatever, these convention type things like all the time.
No, I don't. I've been to the big one here in Toronto, which is one of the largest actually in North America. I think it gets about 150,000 people over the 3 days or whatever it is. It's one of the big ones, not quite as big as Comic-Con in California, but it's one of the big ones. It's Canada's largest for sure. So I've been to that 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe like 3 or 4 times I've been there. And then I've been to the 40th anniversary Halloween convention. I went there, but that was because that was really fortunate because that was the year that I was nominated for my 3rd Voice Arts Award, and it happened to be taking in and around the same time. So I was able to kill several birds with a couple of stones there. So it worked out. But I did go to that but that's the only convention I've been to that isn't the one here in Toronto every summer.
Okay.
So
right.
Yeah,
I thought you kind of did the tour and all that fun stuff.
No. I was invited to one to be a guest, funny enough. It was a small one that was just starting, I think. I still have the email somewhere. This is a couple years ago. It was before COVID. Somebody had emailed me, I think it was New York. It was from New York. Somebody asked if I wanted to be like a guest. And I'm like, I don't want to be a guest. I turned it down because it just wasn't worth my while, really, at that point. It just wasn't, it was no disrespect to the people that put it on. I don't know if it's still going. I don't know the name of it. It wasn't the New York, Comic-Con. It was a new thing, a very small, new niche kind of thing. And I was flattered to be asked, but it just wasn't, it just I wasn't feeling it. And I think I had other things that were on the go at that point. I think It's Me Billy was a thing at that time too. And so there was just other things. I was just too busy, but that's the only time that's ever happened. But I was flattered to have been asked. That's kind of cool. And I certainly would. I mean, I would not do that, but it's got to make sense too. It's got to make sense. I mean, I'm not going to be doing that stuff for free. So
not me, man. That's why when social distancing came in, I'm like, psh, I've been doing that since 1979.
Yeah. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Edward Nito sends in $10. Love Edward Nito's avatar, Godzilla. Long live the king. That's Godzilla from 85. D&T, have you guys heard of the movie X? Well, yeah, it just came out.
Yes.
I saw it yesterday and I had no idea what the movie was about. I have to say it was a unique horror flick and I recommend giving it a watch. Yeah, I've heard great things.
Yeah, I'm hearing good things about it. I'm definitely going to see it.
Yeah, I'm going to see it too, but as I said to Tony at the beginning of the show, I'm a little behind in my movies. I still haven't seen The Batman. So my girlfriend and I are supposed to go see that, I think, early next week. We actually have plans to go see it.
3 hours, man. Don't drink anything.
No, that's okay. I've seen a couple of 3-hour movies in the theater before. So I have to see that. And so, yeah, I'm still kind of, X is not really on my radar to see in the theater. I'll probably wait till it comes to streaming, because it's not like the old days where no, you better go see it because it's not going to be until fucking October when it comes out on, now it'll probably be on wherever, in fucking April or something, or, I mean, it's probably not going to take that long. So, but thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Chester Franklin Jr. says, Dave and Tony, do you guys think about doing some spring movies and happy spring some spring movies. And happy spring to you guys. Love the channel. Keep up the good work, y'all. Thank you very much, Chester. Some spring movies.
What would be considered a spring movie? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know why I guess because I'm looking at the fucking movie. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was the first thing that came to my mind. Like,
hi ho, it's off to work we go with razor blades and hand grenades. Hi ho, hi ho, hi
shit,
ho.
You know the version we sang back in the day.
Well, hang on.
Let me see if I can remember. Hi ho, it's off to work we go. Get in the sack and spread that crack. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. It's off to work we go. I went to bed. She gave me head. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. Yeah, that's
how you do
it. And we were singing that shit in the 7th grade.
I understand.
And believe me, it gets dirtier and dirtier as you go along.
And dirtier. Yeah, I've no doubt it does. I've no doubt that it does. No doubt.
What else is a good spring movie? I don't know.
It's a good question.
I've never thought of that before. I don't know.
Oh,
you guys know in the chat room, you guys throw some movies at us. I don't know what would be considered a spring movie. The Sound of Music. I don't know.
I was also earlier. I was going to answer Jay Beach's 12078. He says The Ritual was okay in my book. Seen it once and thought that was enough. Maybe I should give it a second whirl. Well, there's 2 Ritual movies, I believe. I'm talking about the one. I'm talking about the 2017 film directed by David Buckner. It's got 74% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is a great score. So that's the one I'm talking about. David Buckner, 2017, The Ritual. Good movie. I don't know if that's the one you watch. Maybe it is, and maybe you still feel the same way. That's fine. Hey, you know what? Not every good, just because somebody thinks it's a good movie doesn't mean that you're automatically going to think it's a good movie, right? So maybe you just were like, yeah, it was all right. There's just the reason why I'm so, that I speak so highly and positively about the film is because I'm really talking about it from a filmmaking perspective. So when I think of the type of person I am now in my life as nearly a 43-year-old guy, what I appreciate about horror now, right? What I look for in a horror movie. That doesn't mean that I can't sit and watch a fluffy gore slasher movie and enjoy it with the rest of everybody that enjoys that kind of stuff. I absolutely can, but it's not my go-to. It was when I was young maybe, but now I'm in my 40s. My tastes have changed. My tastes have evolved. My tastes have matured, let's say, right? So I really look for, as I've talked about on my channel, right? That theater of the mind, that slow burn, that mood, that atmosphere. And The Ritual does that brilliantly. It really executes that well. And of course, for those of you that have seen it, there's also that other angle with that one character who's struggling with some trauma and the dreams that he's having, I should say, and how the director illustrates that struggle and allows us to see through his dreams how they use cinematic language and symbolism through his dreams, because the subconscious really does do that when you experience something, and it just was brilliantly done. The way they executed the dream sequences is really how dreams work. Dreams are funny like that, and they take things from real life, but they add little things to it that mean other things, and it just was really, really well done. And so there's that angle to it. So when I'm talking about The Ritual, I'm not just talking about was I entertained or was I not, and I'm not saying that you weren't, you weren't, but for me, that's why at the end of the movie, I was like, fuck, that's a movie I want to make. That gets me excited. If I read a script like that, I'd be like, oh, I can utilize and implement all those things that gets me excited as a filmmaker, that theater of the mind, that, there's a scene, it doesn't really spoil anything, but there's a scene in it where the guys find this cabin in the woods and they have to stay there overnight because it's raining and there's thunder, and just the way that's done. They're in the middle of the woods. It's pitch black. It's the kind of darkness where you only see where your flashlight is pointed, you know, and they go inside and there's weird shit in there and you can hear the rain hitting this like this barny type, like this barn slash cabin structure shit. And the lightning is flashing outside and it illuminates the inside of this dark sort of cabin kind of barn thing. And, you know, and they're wet and they're cold and they're walking around. And that shit I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I would have done. I love that kind of stuff. So it's that kind of, it's just the way the film is executed that I'm like, oh, this is such a good movie. And then I think the story's really good too. So, you know, but everybody has different tastes. Everybody has their go-to when it comes to horror. Some people can watch Hereditary and be like, you know, because it's just the psychological more, you know, as the term elevated is there now. And I know that term makes people think that it's there to tell people that you're too dumb to know what's going on. It doesn't mean that. It just means that there is it means that it's more of a cerebral, psychological element to it rather than just Michael Myers walking around killing people, right? That really is what it is. And I know that the word elevated gets people's knickers in a twist. I get it. I understand it. But that, just keep in mind that that's really what it means, is that there's more of a cerebral angle to it, really, at the end of the day. And The Ritual, I think, was kind of like that. And Hereditary is really like that too. So, yeah, anyway. That's what I have to say on that. But that's why I really liked it. Edward Nito sends in... No, I already got that. Wait, was that another one?
No, I think you got that.
No, I got that one. Okay, sorry, Edward. I did get that one.
Dave and Tony, do you like old black and white movies with James Cagney and Humphrey Bogart and Edward G. Robinson? Yeah, man. Like, well, two of my favorite Cagney movies I watched a lot growing up with my father was White Heat, with Cagney, and then a really great one with Cagney and one of Bogey's first films, not his first film, but one of them,
Dirty Rat,
was Angels with Dirty Faces. Angels, that's a really good movie too. So no, Cagney, man, he was the shit. I was probably more of a Cagney fan than I was Bogart, but I mean, look, Casablanca, it's Casablanca. I mean, you know, it's one of the most iconic movies ever made. Him and I always get Bacall and Bergman mixed up. I think that's Bergman, right? In Casablanca. I
don't think it's McCall or Bacall. I don't think so.
No, I think it's Bergman.
I don't think so. Yeah. In Casablanca?
Yeah, Casablanca. Yeah, Blanca.
It's
Blanca.
Casablanca, I think is the, it's Ingrid Bergman.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, but yeah, of the two, I probably watch, I'd be more inclined to watch, but then of course, my girl Audrey Hepburn. You know what movie I really like, and it got a lot of backlash when it first came out? I also like the soundtrack to this movie too. It, like the score. It's a little movie that maybe you've heard of. It came out, I want to say 2005 or 6. Let me just double check here. 2004. It came out in 2004, and it was a movie called Birth. B-I-R-T-H, Birth. And it starred Nicole Kidman. And the reason why what we're talking about made me think of that is because it also starred Lauren Bacall. Okay.
And obviously it was about 10 years. Lauren Bacall died in 2014. So I imagine it was one of her last movies. But she was in it. I wouldn't say like it's starring her, but she was definitely in it. And it's essentially about this woman played by, now I haven't seen it in a lot of years. So maybe if I were to watch it now, I might be like, you know, but at that time when it came out in 2004, we were 25. So I really liked it. And I like the sound. I still like the soundtrack. It's essentially the Cliff Notes version. It's about this woman, Nicole Kidman, who's married to this guy. This guy goes out for a run one day and he drops dead of a heart attack while he's jogging. And Nicole Kidman meets this young boy some years later, and she believes this young boy is the reincarnation of her husband. And it's really fascinating. It's kind of an interesting angle. Now, the reason why it got a lot of flack and a lot of weird kind of shit, and certainly I don't think you could do it now, because this was 2005 and it was kind of getting a little weird, but it didn't, I guess to me, it didn't bother me because I got it, was there's a scene in the movie where Nicole Kidman and this boy, when I say boy, I don't mean he's like 4. He's like, I don't know, 12, 13 or something, I think. They're in a bathtub together. Now they're not having sex. There's not anything like that. Kidman is at one end of the tub sitting there. The boy's at the other end of the tub. Now at face value, yeah, I guess that's weird, right? It's really weird. I totally understand why it would make some people feel uncomfortable. But from my memory, it never bothered me because they were just talking. And it made sense because the director is trying to tell you that this is the reincarnation of her husband. Not that that's an excuse to, go off with a 13-year-old or something like that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in the moment, in the scene, in a vacuum.
No, but I'm envious that boy got to be in a tub with Nicole Kidman.
Well, I can't remember if there was any nudity or not for the kid. I can't remember if you saw her boobs or not. I do think you saw her boobs when she was making love to her husband, her actual husband earlier in the film. I think you did see that. But anyway, the point I'm making is that there was all this, outrage over this scene. And I remember watching the movie going, but if you pay attention to the dialogue and what's being said, and most of the time it's shot from here up, they're not like cuddling and she's not like, oh baby, it's not like that because it just was, but I understand, right? I understand what people had and all that kind of stuff. But I remember when that movie came out, that was kind of a thing about that film. Oh, this scene or whatever. And it's like, and I watch it and I'm like, I don't know. I'm just like, I didn't get that way. And I'd be the first to be like, you know what I mean? Of course, now you could never do that. But the story of Birth, I actually thought was pretty good. From what I remember, it was an interesting, weird, eerie film. And again, I haven't seen it in quite a few years, so maybe I don't know. But I remember liking it. And yeah, Lauren Bacall was in that movie. What is Birth? Yeah, it's only got 38% on Rotten Tomatoes. But it's got 3.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. The critics gave it 38%. Audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is 43%. So yeah, it's not, it's average, but I guess it's just the concept, I really liked a lot too. So, but sorry, I was just reading some of the old reviews. It was the concept, but I do remember liking, the soundtrack was the big thing for me. All right, folks, let's see. What do we got here? We're just over 2 hours now. I want to take it to 8:30, call it a night.
Sure.
We're going to take it to 8:30 and call it a night, folks. Reese Wilson says the radio tower in Halloween End should play KAB Antonio Bay. The smooth sound KAB from the top of the world. Fabulous KAB. Hi. They should.
I agree.
That'd be funny. Thomas Cohn says maybe Jamie Lloyd will be with Lindsay in Ends. No. If anybody thinks, listen,
never know.
If you are holding out hope for Danielle Harris, if you are holding out hope for Michael Myers' parents returning, if you are holding out hope for Judith Meyer, listen, I get messages.
Judith, I'd be like, okay.
I get messages. I'm just saying.
Where are we going with that one?
If you are holding out, there are people that think that it is possible. I see it. I get messages. I see it. People talk to me.
Oh, I know. It's the expectations before the movie comes out. And then you go see the movie and you're disappointed.
But it's strange expectations. It's, there's nothing wrong with having,
that's a great title for a show.
Strange expectations. Maybe that'll be the sequel to Stranger Things. But here's the thing. So there's nothing wrong with having, that's why when I went into Halloween 18 and people tried to tell me that, well, you just had too high of expectations. It was your expectations. Okay. The expectation thing is a real thing. You can have expectations. They are not met. And therefore the movie is disappointing to you. That does happen, absolutely. But when I walked into Halloween 18, as I've often said to people, my expectations were not unrealistic, and they weren't 40-year-old fanboy expectations. They were expectations based on the blueprint of what they said they were going to deliver. a movie, a direct sequel to the original Halloween. So I would think that I would be expected to see certain things, right? Not carbon copies, but certain stylistic choices that would have been carried over because that's what you're doing. It's like, David Gordon Green is making a sequel to The Exorcist. Well, we have expectations, don't we? I'm not talking about, green slime and masturbating with a crucifix. I'm talking about the way the film is shot, the way the film feels, the way the film looks, creative choices for certain characters. That it just makes sense. Not carbon copies, just certain stylistic choices.
Is Linda Blair going to be a part of that? Do you know?
Not the first installment, as we know, no. But her mother from the first movie is, and she's like 80 something. So anyway.
But Linda Blair's not.
Not at the moment, but but don't forget that the plan is to make 3 films. So I imagine that she'll probably return.
So this is going to be 4 movies from the original?
Correct. Very much like Halloween 18.
Gotcha.
So,
although I will say, to be fair, with that franchise, you could do it because pretty much with the exclusion of Exorcist 3, all the sequels in that franchise suck. They do. They can retcon that timeline and probably do a pretty good job.
They do. Well, most of the Halloween sequels suck too. So, but you're right. They do. My only qualm, and I'll get back to my point in a second, is with The Exorcist, we've seen, we're so desensitized to exorcism movies now. What are they? You're making a sequel to the granddaddy of them all. What are you going to bring that the audience has not already seen, that the audience is not already desensitized to through the 50,000 exorcism demon movies that have come after it? So that's my worry, is that you gotta, you can't just deliver us another demon movie with the name Exorcist attached to it. You can't do that because goodbye. You know what I mean? It doesn't, we've seen this before. Anyway, back to the point I'm making is that in regards to expectations, I think you can have expectations that are, it's like The Last Jedi, right? People used to say that, well, you didn't like and listen, if you like The Last Jedi, that's great, but it came from a place of character continuity and certain things that make sense for a 3-act structure and all. Like, it's really all about the structure and the characters and all that. It's not about not seeing Luke tear shit up or not seeing Luke turn on his lightsaber, which you do eventually, or Luke dying. It has nothing to do with that. For some people it might be, but there's other things, at least for me, when I come at it, and I'm going into, a certain movie, there's always expectations, but it's realistic expectations that are in line with what has been presented to us before. When you present a movie to us and you say, this is the foundation, these are the rules of the universe, these are the rules of the characters, this is what we have established, this is the style that we've chosen to tell this story, and then you present an installment that either negates all the rules, negates the rules of the characters or the character continuity or the evolution of the character and the things that the characters have learned, or characters start making choices that do not make sense and do not align with what the filmmakers have told us that these characters do and make. That's where it's like, what are you doing? This doesn't make any sense. That like it doesn't. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about just, seeing this or hearing this or like surface level stuff. I'm talking about deeper things that don't make sense to me. And that's why I've often said that I think Halloween 18 is a good, solid slasher movie. I just don't think it's a very good Halloween movie. And so, you can say that's overthinking it. You can say that's a little hard on the movie, however you want. But at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to for me. And maybe it's because I'm take this stuff maybe too seriously. Too seriously, at the end of the day.
Speaking of Star Wars, we're gonna have to watch Revenge of the Sith in May, the week before Obi-Wan comes out.
You're excited about Obi-Wan.
I'm just excited to see Hayden come back. I really am.
I'm excited
for that. I hope he's utilized well. I hope we get enough. Because that kid certainly got a lot of shit for things that I don't think he should have got shit for.
For sure. I agree with that.
He was given a script. He was told what to do by his director, and he did his job.
He did his job.
Actually, in hindsight, now every time Mark Hamill opens his mouth on Twitter, he makes me appreciate Hayden more and more every day.
He's very social activist. Active.
Big time.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm just I'm glad that Hayden's gonna don the suit.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see some of the Clone Wars flashbacks because I know they're doing that. I've been rewatching or refollowing, I should say, not rewatching, refollowing Star Wars Theory because I know that's, if you guys don't know, he's like a big YouTuber. He's all Star Wars shit. He's got like
I know who he is. He's Canadian too. He's out in Vancouver, I think.
Good guy, knows his shit. And so I've started when the Obi-Wan got announced and the trailer dropped, I started following him again and watching videos and getting some vibes from him on what we might expect in some of the Clone Wars flashback sequences. Because you really, like he says, and I agree with him on this, you really can't have a Vader Obi-Wan showdown in this series.
A lot of people have said that. I agree.
You could, but you ruin what it meant then when they see each other in A New Hope.
Well, and I don't even think it's necessary to have Hayden. I get why. Don't get me wrong.
Well, I love that they have Hayden.
It's not necessary unless you're going to see his face.
Well, for the flashback, for the Clone Wars fight, when he's Anakin.
Oh, I see.
That's what they're talking about. They're going to be
doing. They're doing?
Oh yeah, they're going to have flashback sequences.
But the thing is, they also have Anakin in the suit as well.
Correct. He'll be in the suit,
which I think is completely unnecessary. First of all,
or stunt guys, depending on obviously. The
right,
scene.
Right. But first of all, he's not tall enough, and so they're obviously going to have him on boxes or on ramps when he's walking beside certain people, and they're shooting from maybe the waist up, because David Prowse was 6'7". Hayden Christensen ain't 6'7". Oh yeah, he was a big dude.
He's like 6'1"-ish.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Now and then, so you put Darth Vader boots on David Prowse. He was probably 6'8", maybe 6'9". Okay, he was Darth Vader is a commanding, big presence. Hayden Christensen is not 6'7", not nowhere close. So
but what I'm excited for is it's the flashbacks, him as Anakin Skywalker.
Sure.
That's the shit I'm excited. And I hope that I hope it's not like a one and done type. I hope they kind of stay with it a little bit. Maybe there's more like he was saying that they might show some more like signs that Obi-Wan had missed. Because they play well into that now I didn't really get into the animated stuff, but he was showing samples of that. That's what I like about his videos, that I don't have to watch that shit because he shows it. Yeah. And he shows in these animated series of Anakin, the signs that Obi-Wan had missed. So I'm hoping that, like he says, he hopes he brings that they're going to bring that to live action, because when you look at Hayden now, he literally looks like they just wrapped Revenge of the Sith yesterday. I mean, he literally looks like he hasn't aged a day. So you kind of got to run with that while you can. And of course, now with the de-aging process, I mean, it's totally, and Ewan doesn't look that old anyway. So it's not like they're going to have to do a lot.
Ewan doesn't look, although, how old is Ewan McGregor?
Dude, he's got to be pushing 50.
He's 50. He's 50.
Oh, there you go.
So, hang on. For fuck's sakes. Let's check something here. I want to check something. So, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 61. Yeah, so Alec Guinness was 61 in the first Star Wars movie. So that's 10 years. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to say that I guess he looks older than 61. I think that's why.
Well, because they've aged him, because Luke is, I think, about a teenager at this point, or he's borderlining in that.
No, but I was talking about Alec Guinness, who played Obi-Wan in the original.
Correct.
Was 61 in the first Star Wars movie. Ewan McGregor is 50. And in my mind, I was just going to say that Ewan McGregor doesn't look like in this movie or in this show, in the next 10 years, he's going to look as old as Alec. And that's why I was like, like Alec looks like somebody who's in his 70s in the first film. But nonetheless, that's neither here nor there. It is what it is. And, you can certainly tell he's older, which is good, because this is 10 years before A New Hope. Or Rogue One or whatever. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah. And they definitely aged Ewan from what I saw in the trailers. But they haven't showed anything like as far as any flashback. And I don't want to see it. What they gave us is totally fine. It has me excited. And I'll subscribe to The Devil around the end of May and watch the series and get in and get out and cancel my subscription.
That's the way to do it.
That's it. Get in, get out.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. All right, folks, that's going to do it for Tony and I here on episode 146 of Two Dudes and Some Bullshit. Thank you to our moderators, Frank Riker, Tabitha Short, Darren Sands, Chris Baber, for doing what you do. Thank you to the Super Chat questions, the non-Super Chat questions that came in. This was a fun show. Hey, have you ever seen No One Gets Out Alive on Netflix? I think that was the title, right? No One Gets Out Alive? No One Gets Out Alive. Yeah, that's it. Comment below and let us know your thoughts if you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, maybe you're going to check it out. I don't know. It's a fun movie. It's serviceable. You know, kills an hour and a half. Yeah, it was all right. Tony and I will be back next Monday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for episode 147. Hard to believe, 147. Tony, any last things?
No, this was good. Looking forward to next week.
Looking forward to next week, too. Have a great rest of your Monday, folks, and have a great week. In the meantime and in between time, Tony and I will talk to you soon.